Guten Morgen, buongiorno, good morning, welcome, bienvenidos. Wait, is that Spanish? Benvenuti. Like mixing languages here. Oh my God, all these different languages and these names of everything. There's something I discovered sometimes when I'm using my AirPods because I think the sound is better. It cuts out some of the ambient noise. But sometimes I notice that it's not in sync. It's like my videos are dubbed, my lips are moving and the sound comes later. Anyway, I'm here in Bolzano, Sud Tirol, Alto Adige, Italy. This cute little part of Italy where they eat strudel and Wiener Schnitzel that is so multi-layered and actually really interesting and pretty. It's just beautiful here. It's very chill. Yeah, it's great. I love it. So today I'm going to Merano. Merano is another little village town a little bit north of here, going up towards Austria. It's a spa town. So they have thermal baths there, and I got kind of excited about that because, you know, I love the hot springs in Japan. And I thought, oh great, I can go to some hot springs. It's very different. So you have to wear a bathing suit. It's co-ed. The spas, I don't know, the saunas. I don't want to be sitting around with a bunch of people. I really just wanted like a very private hot tub experience, maybe a massage. But, so I had kind of crossed it off my list. But then, on further questioning of my AI friends, I think it was Claude who's more helpful, told me it has Art Deco architecture, there's a castle, beautiful medieval porticos, there was a market town. So it sounds like it's just an interesting place to explore and a nice day trip. And bonus, I have a Sud Tirol card that I got with my Airbnb. It's on my phone, pays for transportation. So because I'm traveling within Sud Tirol, South Tirol, it's free. So it won't cost me anything to just go take a look, walk around, and then I'm gonna try to have lunch there. So I'm gonna try Tyrolean food. I already had Wiener Schnitzel, but they have these other things called Kanderli, which are bread dumplings. They use stale bread to make these dumplings and serve them in soup with speck. So that's a possibility. They also have these kind of ravioli, like pierogi type things, filled with maybe ricotta and spinach, served with butter. I don't know. So I'm going to try something regional for lunch today. All right, so I'm walking to the train station just right ahead of me. There's a train at 8:35, so I'm going to wait a little bit, and then I'll meet you on the train. So for this card that I have, you just have to scan it at one of the scanners on the platform, like where you would validate your ticket. I don't know what that does because it doesn't show anything on the card. But I guess if somebody asks me to show them my ticket, I show them the card and I show that I validated it. I don't know. I don't understand it. All right, so I'll see you on the train. Well, not on the train yet. This is Walter Park, which looks like it's a really new development. Apartments or condos or something up there, and shops on the ground floor. And the supermarket that I go to is in the basement. I love the supermarket here because they have a bunch of self checkout lanes. So I don't have to talk to anybody, I don't have to answer any questions. This is Walter Park here, and the station is just right there. So yesterday, I really wanted a snack. So I bought some chocolate and some popcorn. And I didn't have to be embarrassed about what I was buying. I just went to the self checkout. It was great. There's the station straight ahead. Those pretty mountains. It's gorgeous. All right, it's a good thing I came a little early, although kind of cutting it close. It's 8:26. The train's 8:35. So this is platform 1, and then 1A is down here, this section. It's so pretty. It's crowded. Is the train already? So ChatGPT said avoid the first car and avoid the last car. Get somewhere in the middle towards the end and avoid the bike car. But it looks like they all are bikes. This looks good. So I guess we're just waiting for them to give the signal to open the doors. I feel like we're going in the wrong direction, but the sign says Merano. So here we are with the two names again. But this one at least makes sense, Meran and Merano. Not sure what all of these are. I wonder if they're apples. Apple orchards. For all that strudel. Oh, there's a castle. I guess I should change directions here. Wow, look at that.
Nächster Halt, Sigmundskron. Prossima fermata.
All right, we're here. It's beautiful. So he's smoking already. Oh God, I hate it. I'm so sick of the cigarettes. All right, so we're 10 minutes, 15 minutes in retardo. How does this happen? It's like 6 stops. Anyway, it was a very comfortable ride, really pretty. So let's see what Merano has to offer. And I guess this is where you get the train to go back. Yeah, they just changed Bolzano. That quick of a turnaround. Look at that. All right, so I was trying to find a landmark. I guess Claude for a landmark that I could plug into my map because he told me it was just a straight walk. Yum, look at this. So funny. So I was walking past that little truck, salami truck, and he looked like he wanted to talk. So I said, buongiorno. And he said, guten Morgen. I said, guten Morgen. So then we had a little conversation. He asked me if I was German. My German is that good. So we had a nice little conversation in Italian. He let me try some speck. And then this cute little blonde woman walked by and he offered her some cheese. I really wanted some cheese to go with the speck, but he lost interest. He asked me about Trump. He asked me about Schwarzenegger, who I forgot was Austrian. I said, no, he was the governor. Molti anni fa. It's really like the first conversation that I've had here, I think. But very nice. So it was a cute little market. It was mostly clothes, and then they had some fruit and vegetables. And some bread. There was another stall that had some meat, so I tasted some speck there too. So the speck, I don't know how to describe it. Very flavorful. I'll give it that. I don't know if I like the flavor. So it's kind of like prosciutto. It's salted, lightly salted and then smoked. So not exactly a ham, not exactly a prosciutto. It's a very different thing. All right, so he told me to the center's 10-minute walk. Claude said it's straight from the station. So I'm going to assume it's this way. So there's the station there. And this looks like it goes somewhere. Really pretty old oak trees, maple trees. What are these? We have these where I grew up. Big trees like this. These are huge. All right, so I got a little turned around there. Claude was not being helpful. So I think this is the right way. So let's just see where we end up. All right, so correction, because I was filming and, or I was talking and not filming. So from the station, turn right. This is via Mainardo. And the place that I want to eat lunch is supposedly here on this street. And then this leads to, I forget the name. So this is kind of a newer part of town. Just so pretty, so green, these big old trees. I bet it's really pretty in the fall. All right, so we got some businesses here. Starting to look a little bit more commercial. I'm going to Via degli Alpini, the Alpines. So it kind of looks like up there, it changes a little bit, changes character. This is where Claude recommended lunch. Trattoria Mainardo. I'm going to take a picture and send it to him so he can help me choose because honestly I can't read. I see tagliatelle, spinat, spatzel mit Speck and salame. So I just passed a shop selling souvenir stuff, magnets and all that. So I'm definitely heading in the right direction. Looks like there's some sort of a piazza or something up here. All right. Another little market. Police station. Bratwurst. I'm so hungry. So this looks kind of like Old Town straight ahead. All right, so the Duomo, St. Nicholas is that way. Castle. And then these are the porticos, I guess. There's more speck. Interesting. So apparently these are really old. These porticos, medieval. It's only 10 o'clock. There are quite a few people out and about here. Just amazes me that there are places that are this vibrant. I mean, this is not a big town. I think a lot of it has to do with not being a car culture, bike culture, walking culture. People take public transportation. So these downtown areas can really still thrive. And then, of course, you get tourists, but it's not like a heavily touristed place. People are getting ready for lunch crowds. I am so hungry. I still don't see a bakery. Claude told me I would find a lot of bakeries along here. A lot of delicatessens, though. A lot of speck. I think we're going to come out to another piazza up here. All right, could this be the Duomo? Oh, yeah, probably is. And this is the same kind of stuff that I just saw. All right, let's go check out this church. Huh? It is being restored. I like the way the statues just kind of like tilt. And I guess this is St. Nicholas. I wonder if it's the same St. Nicholas in Bari. All right, so we have the Archivo Storico Palace Museum. Quartiere Steinach. I don't know what that is. Everything's that way. But there's a food truck over here with bratwurst. And my dreams of coffee and a poppy seed roll are looking like they're not going to come true, but this street looks interesting. Let's see what's here. He's drinking up beer already. It's 10 o'clock. Bratwurst, sausage, currywurstel. Let's go this way. Only 3 minutes. So the church is closed. It's supposed to have really nice stained glass windows. Sorry, viewer. Let's see what's up here. And then I'll come back and check out that other street, but it looks like it's very busy. There's the castle. I have not passed one bakery. Claude. All right, so this looks like it's really old town. And I think that goes up to the castle. Let's see what the sign says. Passeggiata Gilf and Archivo Storico. Ooh. And that's the centro that way, Stadmit. All right, let's check this out. So I guess we passed through the Archivo Storico already, I don't know. And then next is Passeggiata Gilf and Passeggiata Tappainer. 18 minutes. I'm not going to walk that far. So I think I'm just going to walk up here, see what this is, and then go back down a different street. Let's try this way. I got some school kids here. Look at this. It's a river. Well, that. All right, pretty. I don't think I'm going to go any further than this, but let's go across the bridge. Wow, this side. All right, I was going to walk that way, but it's a field trip, so let's go back. I told Claude I didn't see any bakeries. He said, look harder. All right, so I found the bakery. I guess I walked right past it. Aida, Caffè Condittore, Pasticceria, la più piccola pasticceria di Merano. The smallest bakery in Merano. So I ordered, oh, that looks good. I ordered a poppy seed strudel, monstrudel, and a double macchiato. Grazie. Why did he take my water away? All right, this is perfect. So a nice view. It's a little bit of a quieter spot here. We got the, I guess it's a castle, and then the Duomo is right there. No, is that the Duomo? No, Duomo's right behind me. Right behind me. God, I wonder who that is on my cup. Monstrudo. All right, so this will hold me over until lunch. Oh, good, it's nice, soft, cakey. It's stale. Good. It's not super sweet. It's nice and buttery. It's warm. So there's all this discussion on Facebook, these stupid groups that I join, about tipping. So I don't know what this group is that I follow. This person posts all the things that we do wrong. So it was about tipping. Don't leave 20%. Just leave €1 or leave a few coins. If you go to a bar, you get a cappuccino, leave 20 cents. It's just a gesture. So of course the Americans are like, I leave 20% because the service is good. And then other Italians are like, we don't leave anything. And then other people are like, you Americans are ruining everything with your tipping culture. It's true. So I said, I don't leave anything because I paid by credit card. I don't have any change. What are you going to do? I don't have any change. I pay by credit card. There's no option on the credit card machine to leave a tip like they do in Mexico now because the Americans went down there and ruined it. So in Mexico, they'll ask you when you pay, do you want to leave a tip? And then you choose 15, 20, 25%. When it used to be in Mexico, if you want, you can leave something. Now it's expected in the tourist places. So anyway, I don't leave a tip. Sue me. I'll just pretend I'm from a culture that doesn't tip. What are you going to do? Looks like the church is open. All right, there were like 1,000 people that just came out the door. It's to do Jesus like that. It's Oregon. Stuck inside. I didn't know how to open the door. Somebody opened it from the outside. I don't know how she did it. There's a secret that only the Germans know. Oh, it's actually a door handle. All right, well, interesting. So many of my favorite tour groups here. Oh, and people with these skis or whatever they're, gotta give them credit for going out and walking. All right, so it's 11 o'clock. I'm gonna walk down this little street and then head back towards that restaurant. For lunch. And I have my lunch picked out with a salad. I'm going to get those little dumpling things that are filled with mountain cheese and spinach. Claude thinks those are my best choice. Very local, only available here, and will look good on film. Claude is becoming my artistic advisor. Let's see what this is. There's a little Disneylandish here for me. So one of the things that ChatGPT and I discuss a lot is my preference for places that are lived in versus curated. Just the fact that there are so many tourists here and everything is really kind of geared towards them. It feels a little bit too curated for me and not very lived in. Reggio Calabria felt lived in. Palermo actually managed to do both. Oops, I just felt a raindrop. Palermo felt lived in, especially in the evening when the tourists left. Yeah, actually, it felt lived in. It was really just there, like here we are, in the market, yelling and screaming and singing and all of that. And there were people in capri pants walking very slowly on the street and blocking traffic. But here, I don't really get a sense of life here. It just feels like the tourists have taken over and everything is kind of geared towards them. And I wonder how many of them are just day trippers. All right, so it's starting to sprinkle. That's what I was worried about. I checked the weather app. Originally, it was going to rain at noon, And then the forecast changed to 1, so I didn't bring an umbrella. I did wear this windbreaker thing, which I think is water resistant. So, and there are porticos here, so I'm slightly protected. It's so pretty with the mist over the mountains. Anyway, it's starting to sprinkle, is my point. Here's another bakery. Okay. Here's those pretzels, pretzel bread with speck, cheese. Yeah, I was on the wrong street. Claude. This street has more to offer than that Portico Street. So there are a lot of restaurants here, a lot of outdoor seating. So I'm hoping that the place that I picked out is a little bit out of the way, not that well known, and it's not going to be filled with these people. You have this very curated here. Look, Christmas shop. All right, it's really raining now. My glasses are getting wet. So, Tito, I guess they're baby clothes. Pizza. Interesting old shop. It's like a pet store, but I don't know what it is. What do you think? Pretty dolly bakery. There's an apple strudel. Sweet pretzel. There's another little section over there. Yeah, it's just like too many people here for me. So that's it. I'm going to eat lunch, head back to Bolzano. I got some really good cheese yesterday in the supermarket. I was so happy. Thing I do now, I go to the deli counter in the supermarket. I say, I'm not from here. I would like to try a local cheese. So he asked me dolce. And then there was another word that he used, saporotto. Not sweet, the opposite of sweet. So I chose the second one. And I forget what the name of the cheese was, but it was so good. So I had a few pieces, and then I had some sort of my dinner cheese and an apple. Then I had some chicken wings later. But it was really good. So I think I'm going to go back, get some more cheese, and definitely every place that I go from now on, I'm going to get some cheese and some olives and some fruit. And that's going to be one of my meals, or at least a snack. It's the nice thing about staying in an Airbnb, you can do that. I don't understand these map apps, so I want to go to the trattoria that I found, Trattoria Mainardo. It gave me two routes. One is to go all the way around that way and then come back. The other is to go all the way around that way and come back when the street is right here. Doesn't make any sense. I think I need to develop a better map app. I don't really think this is a place to buy stuff. What do you think? The same stuff that I saw up at the other end. All right, so I still have a lot of time to kill. I'm going to go find this restaurant and then just find a place to hang for a little bit. I think the restaurant is actually just right up here. So what is this museum? Delle Donne al Museo. The Women's Museum. I think the restaurant is just right up there. I don't know what this is. And I don't know if my card gives me free entrance. So that's a possibility. I'll ask Claude. I like it better here. It's less crowded. Still, we got so many smokers. All right, here it is. They put tables outside, but it's raining. It's 11:20. I gotta look at the menu again. Oh, wait. They open at 11? 11 to 3. Cucina calda. Oh, okay. So they're open at 11, but the kitchen opens at 12. All right, so I'm standing here waiting till about 11:55 to go over to this restaurant. Out of the rain here in this very non-interesting little shopping arcade. And these people, swear to God, it's like I'm magnetic. So they see me standing here and they come over and they're like standing right here, right in front of me, looking inside. There's nothing interesting for you people. Just keep walking. I'm so hungry. I'm like getting cranky now. I only had bananas for breakfast. That's the problem. And then that poppy seed cake, which was not very good. Poppy seed strudel. All right, so there's a guy standing outside smoking. Door is open. Looks like they're ready. All right, I'm going in. Oh, that won't be the first one. Somebody else just went in. Oh, there's a lot of people here.
Wir beginnen
Madonna.
nicht reserviert, no reservation.
No.
Ce l'abbiamo ancora? Sì. Also morgen Abend für eine
Is it? We need a table at 2:30. Is okay?
Sure. All right, so we got a salad. I asked if this was wine from here. And she said Trieste, I think. That's really good. And I'm glad I got vinegar and oil. And I got some nice bread here, some nice brown bread. All right, here they are. Schlutzkrapfen. Smells so good. So I think it's just butter and cheese. Yummy. Really good. I didn't think I would like them. It's so savory. The cheese on top is really delicious. The filling is really good. Buttery, nice and al dente. Homemade pasta. Yummy. All right, well, that was really good. They're so nice. You know, I always had this impression that Germanic people are very serious and Italians were friendly. I think it's the other way around. The Italians, especially the southern Italians, were not friendly at all. They don't really smile in body. They were grumpy. And when I went to Puglia, I flew a German airline. I forget which one it was. Or was it Swiss Air? Anyway, it was a German airline. They were so friendly, happy, like exuberant. Italians are so serious. So, really nice. Oh, she was the hostess, spoke English to me, and then the waitress spoke German to me when I first went in. She asked me if I had a reservation. I knew what she was asking me, but I didn't know how to answer. And then the woman next to her asked if I had a reservation. I said no. And then she said it's okay. I thought she said I have to give you a half table. I didn't hear what she said. It was fine. The place was not full. But yeah, so anyway, I just paid. She gave me a big smile. She was very, very friendly. All right, so it is drizzling now. I just want to go take a nap, get back in bed. But it was fun. Just way too many people here. That was a great place because it was really off the tourist trail. So the tour groups don't go there. That one street that I walked down with all the outdoor cafes is probably filled with tourists now. And yeah, it was just locals. It was fun watching people, seeing what they were eating. I really wanted to see what everybody was eating, seeing the way they dress. Funny. It's really raining now. All right, so I have a train. It's 12:55. There's a train at 1:16. It's very easy. I don't have to do anything. Just scan my Sotiro card at the validation machine and get on the train. Very weird light here. I think this is the way I'm supposed to go. Yeah, under these trees. Good. I'll be protected from the rain a little bit. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this little visit to Merano. It was not what I expected. I expected these big Art Nouveau mansions and spas and all kinds of things, but it was really cute. I think there's probably more to see. Could be a fun place to stay. I mean, it's very different from Bolzano. Bolzano has a more lived-in feeling to me, even though the old town is very touristy. So I don't know. It is very different. It feels more German here. Bolzano felt more mixed, more Italian. All right, that's it. I probably will fall asleep on the train. I'm so tired. So thanks for watching. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao for now. See you next time. Bye.